Hello, and how are you this lovely Saturday afternoon? Today I had an idea, not necessarily at random, but just kind of out of the blue, something that I just want to try. Every now and again I just get an idea like this, and it's just a matter of I want to figure out if I can make it work. I want to just see if I can do it. And in this particular instance, essentially what it is my mixing bowls are copper bottom mixing bowls. And copper is conductive. Now, right off the bat, that might sound like, oh, I'm going to try to stick my mixing bowls on the stove. No, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is, if these bowls will conduct heat, then theoretically I could use them as the upper bowl in a double boiler. So essentially I'm going to be making some chocolate covered pretzels. Hopefully, I'm just going to see if it works. Unfortunately, the only bowl that will actually work size-wise is my really big one. But since this is just an experiment, I don't mind the idea of trying it, seeing if it works, and if it does, then investing in a smaller saucepan so that I can just use one of my smaller bowls instead of having this massive mess to have to deal with. Hopefully it'll work. You'll see my basic process, and I don't know. I've never done this before, and I'm optimistic, but I don't know. For those unfamiliar, I figure I might as well go ahead and explain the basic premise of a double boiler before it's actually heated up and ready to go. Basically what it is you have a pot or a saucepan or whatever with water in it, and the water you bring up to a boil and then reduce to a simmer, and then you put another bowl or pot on top of it, and the steam then heats the bowl, and it's better for stuff like melting chocolate or just other stuff that, direct heat or sticking to the microwave doesn't exactly work super optimally. So the reason I'm deciding to try this is to melt this chocolate and peanut butter chips, since I have them left over from making the cookies, and since I don't really have anything else to dip in them, pretzels. I will potentially try other stuff in the future if this does end up working out, but like I said, this is basically just a trial run to see if it does work, and if it does, then the future will see what exactly I end up trying with it. It's a thought experiment, but basically double boiler is boiling water, indirectly heating some sort of conductive bowl. Well, as you can tell, it worked, kinda. I'm not exactly a master chocolatier, unfortunately, but the actual double boiler itself worked really well, actually. I don't have a proper formal setup, and I definitely probably try to use a smaller bowl in the future, but overall, no complaints. I mean, it's going to be a lot of cleanup, so I'm going to complain about that, but I mean, it works, and it's something I can do in the future now. I know that with relative certainty. I can play around with stuff like fondue recipes or chocolate coating recipes and stuff like that in the future. That's not something I'm overly concerned about at the present moment. But for now, DIY double boiler at the very least. Anyways, I've actually also gotten a couple vlogs out today, and it's been something a bit more of a return to normalcy than some other days, but I don't know, I'll say that's probably going to be the biggest aspect of the day for now. I'll keep it open to possibly do more later, but just in case I don't want to forget and have to worry about it later. So I'll say that's all I have for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I guess I will see you tomorrow.